to America, and what else?
Oprah interview.
Oprah interview.
Prince Harry. You guys, we have serious information that I must share.
Okay, share.
Might upend all of our weekend plans because apparently the CDC has put out new guidelines, tips on sharing and surviving, I should say, a zombie apocalypse.
What?
I'm not making this up.
The CDC?
This is starting to trend right now. The CDC.
We did the story like 3 days ago, though.
Okay, well, it's back. They're telling me that we need to do it again, Tucker. So I'm just taking direction, right? So maybe someone spotted a zombie.
You sold it to me, Holly, but I think we reported this like 3 days ago.
Well, it's my first time hearing about it.
Okay, thank you, Marissa. Wisdom, have you heard about it?
No, I didn't know zombies were
great.
real.
Well, clearly Tucker was watching another news program because we didn't have it. Okay, here we go. So Nostradamus, you know, he actually predicted in 2021 that there would be a Russian scientist create a biological weapon that will produce a virus and turn humankind into zombies. Yeah, and then the human race will end as we know it. I mean, this is like a real thing that he predicted. I mean, it's pretty ominous. You ready? This is what he said. Few young people, half dead to give a start, dead through spite. He will cause the others to shine, and in an exalted place, some great evils to occur.
I like how he always spoke in like sort of like, you know, abstract.
Do we really understand what he's saying?
Yeah.
I don't know how they got Russian scientists out of this, but they did. Sad concepts will come to harm each one. Temporal, dignified, the mass to succeed. Fathers and mothers dead of infinite sorrows.
What?
Women in mourning. The pestilent she, monster, the great one to be no more. All the world to end. Now,
This weekend?
well, in 2021. It might be starting this weekend. But here's the thing. The CDC has actually put out guidelines for an emergency preparedness kit in case zombies, you know, flesh-eating zombies start to come and attack you. Do you have the right things in place? Do you have water? See, Steve's
water.
researching it right now.
No, he's not researching it. He is one.
Well, then, you know,
Cue
oh,
up the Thriller music.
yeah. Then, Tucker, you need your kit now.
Okay,
But
so Holly,
they're really, look it up, Marissa, there's a real CDC guidelines, and this is starting to trend. I mean, somebody clearly had it 3 days ago, according to Tucker, but it's trending now.
Here's the thing, Holly. What did Nostradamus say about coming to America, too? That's what I want to know.
Well, this is what's scary. He said it would be funny, but not as funny as the first, and some might be disappointed. So he was right on.
Okay, all right. And what did he say about the final, the finale of WandaVision? See, those are the questions I want to know from Nostradamus.
Well, he had all that. It's a different chapter of the book.
Oh, it's a different chapter.
Yeah.
Oh,
You know,
okay.
I could be Nostradamus. Hang on. I see a team in a uniform will win the Super Bowl this year.
Yeah. And it will be within the confines of the United States.
yes.
And the game will be played in January.
And the quarterback's initials will be TB.
Right, exactly.
Right about that. He was right about that.
Right? So anyway, I don't know. I don't make that stuff up. They just tell me that we needed to talk about it because it is on fire on the web.
What is it? So there's a zombie kit?
Yeah, right here. It's a preparedness
What
kit.
is it? What's in a zombie preparedness
Well, Funny you should ask. The first thing you need is a gallon of water per person per day. Food, stock up on non-perishable items that you eat regularly. Get your medications, all your prescriptions. Tools and supplies. They suggest something like a utility knife, duct tape, battery-powered radio. Household bleach, soap, towels, clothing
clearly
is
they're,
steady.
Sounds like a serial killer kit.
Right?
Clearly, there's some effort to be humorous here, but I think after the COVID pandemic, I'm not feeling funny about this.
Yeah.
Yeah, right,
And,
exactly.
you know, go
Yeah.
ahead, bring it on at this point. Like, I could care.
Copies of your driver's license, passport, birth certificate, first aid
Why would
supplies.
I need that?
Hmm?
Just keep it all because I
Just
guess
all
zombies
important
don't die,
papers, you
they'll
know,
be
all your
here.
important papers you need in one place.
Okay.
I think, like Tucker's right, I think obviously this is the CDC being a little bit funny. I mean, Nostradamus did predict this, but I think the CDC is using it as a chance for us to all maybe be prepared for a natural disaster.
Yeah. And we need a little levity too, so I do appreciate that. It's been a tough year.
Well, if we're not prepared now, we ever be prepared? I mean, I got enough toilet paper, and by the way, that's good for zombie apocalypse, too. And I got enough other supplies to last me
Zombie
like
might
6 more
scare the
months.
out of you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes I just keep the shades closed and I just peek out the side like that creepy guy. No, I'm fully in on this.
You're like the zombies have nothing on me.
Oh yeah,
I
nothing.
got your creepy.
Are there any weapons on that list?
Let me see. Let me
Well, you know you
check my
can't kill
CDC
zombies.
list.
Right.
You can cut their head off.
Is that how you kill a
They'll
zombie?
just slide and-
Now,
No,
how
once
do
you
you
cut-
kill a zombie?
Once you cut their head off, it's done.
Oh.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Okay.
Saw it
So
on The
that
Walking
maybe
Dead.
that's why they had the knife there.
Yeah.
The utility
Well,
knife. It was listed.
But you're gonna need something bigger than a utility knife. You're probably gonna need like a machete or a chainsaw.
Or an axe.
Or an axe. Two of those I actually have in my house.
It did.
Actually, and you know another way you can kill a
Sorry,
zombie.
did you just say you had a machete and an axe? I mean, two of the three. It really doesn't matter which two.
It doesn't matter which two. Also, another way you can kill a zombie, according to, you know, what I've seen on television,
Yes.
is to blow his head off.
Well, what about garlic? What do you use
No,
garlic?
that's for
That's
vampires.
vampires.
Vampires,
That-
yeah.
and that's
I
just
knew
to keep them
garlic-
away.
Yeah.
I think with a vampire, you have to drive a stake through their heart, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Okay.
Or you put them out in the sunlight and they'll just burn up.
oh, right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you don't have to worry about a vampire because if you don't invite them inside your house, they can't come in.
Can I
they
just say
can be
real
out in
quick?
They have to have an invite.
If this
I didn't
really
know
goes
that.
down, I'm hanging out with Wisdom. He knows all kinds of
Right?
And I have
no
weapons.
clue, man. He's got
I have
like
weapons.
100 ways
Chainsaw.
to kill a zombie here.
Yeah.
What did
Yeah.
he say? I'm going axe and chainsaw. I think that's the two you have.
Well,
I think so too.
Axe
well,
and
you can blow their brains out too.
how
You
do
can
they
blow their
get
head
you?
off.
Okay, guys.
I don't even know
say you
how
have
does a
that,
zombie
too.
get, like, they bite you? What do they do?
Yeah, they're supposed to bite. They're supposed to bite you, and you turn into a zombie. But
Well,
you,
then, yeah, they're like the undead,
Yeah.
right? And then you become undead?
Yeah.
Is it
Yeah.
that kind of thing?
yeah, then you
Well,
slowly turn.
Considering most of my teeth are either fake or in bad shape, I'd be a terrible zombie. I like biting. I wouldn't even break
the zombies
flesh.
don't have, caps on their teeth either.
They don't. They don't
I've
have
really
teeth.
never seen a good-looking zombie, if I'm being honest. I mean,
Right.
generally, it's not a good
I
look.
can't believe we're spending all this time talking about zombies.
It's fascinating. I just need to get my kit together
Well,
this weekend.
you know
Gotta
what?
go
Just
shopping.
come up to Clarksburg. I got it. I got plenty of stuff. I got
And Chef Daddy's
chainsaws.
got all the food, too,
That's right,
so,
he
you
does.
know.
Yeah, I got chainsaws. I got weapons.
Well, Tucker will share.
Well, in case you missed it, the CDC is giving official, sanctioned advice on how to survive a zombie apocalypse. This after online predictions say that 2021 is the year it could happen, and of course the internet is always right. Health experts say having emergency supplies, a plan of where to meet in case zombies overrun your town, and an evacuation plan, they're all important. Now these tips started coming in tongue-in-cheek as a joke, but the CDC says it's actually a great conversation starter about preparing for any type of crisis in general. And I guess that gets to the point, Tommy. You just did that great presentation about being ready in case of a tornado. Whatever gets that conversation started, right?
Well, or any type of bad weather that's coming your way. Yeah, I mean, exactly. Just be prepared. Know what you need to have, a checklist. Have I got this, and this? As for the zombies, I'm not.
Now, all the zombie movies that I've ever seen, it's always the bacteria and the viruses that always get them. And I don't know if I like the CDC selling that advice at this point, but hopefully they stayed away from that kind of thing. But do you have an evacuation plan if zombies were to overcome it?
I do not.
Nostradamus Decoded. Though he lived 5 centuries ago, Nostradamus claimed he could see well into our future. For all his vague language, those predictions point to the end of the world.
One of his rare and powerful dated predictions says the world is going to end almost 1,800 years from now, when the sun in a final conflagration devours the Earth, but Mars will continue its orbits in the year 3797.
The reference to the year 3797 is not coded in quatrains, but is mentioned in the preface of his Book of Prophecies, and its literal meaning is not a warning, but a confession.
Nostradamus was giving his prophecies. He said that they would be valid from the date he wrote this preface, which was 1555, until the year 3797. He couldn't see beyond that, but it doesn't mean that that's the end of the world. It just means that that's as far as he could see.
But 3797 could be a coded celestial reference, considering Nostradamus's frequent use of astrology and astronomy.
The volume of the sun's expansion is the same as Nostradamus' description, except an astronomer would say it's happening many billion years from now. In that same prophecy, he goes on to describe how the races of man will be living in Aquarius for a period of time, and others will be living in Cancer for time immemorial. It seems to me, describing a post-destruction of the world, that he's describing the human race colonizing worlds around the stars of Aquarius and Cancer.
Perhaps we will ultimately find a way to solve our problems. But as in the time of Nostradamus, disease, war, and religious strife are the headlines of today. It is the very timelessness of human suffering and uncertainty that keeps people looking to decode the quatrains that seem as relevant through the centuries as they are today.
His accuracy is certainly a key to his longevity, there's no doubt about that. There are enough quatrains that are so stunningly accurate. There's no surprise that people still turn to him, particularly in times when things are going badly wrong. People will turn to Nostradamus.
It's our burden and pleasure to unlock the mysteries, because if these prophecies are about our times, we will solve the mystery.
You're saying to yourself, well, Flurboon, the zombie apocalypse. Now, let me state this for everyone who's here. The zombie apocalypse is on and popping. It is coming to a neighborhood near you. It is coming to a house near you. It is coming to a geographical location nearest you. Best believe. Next month, we have Zombie Awareness Month, which apparently has always been a month that would coexisted in 2007. Now, I beg to differ. I think they added that to the Matrix collective memories. Now, what do I mean by that? The Mandela effect, which some of you experience, some of us experience, is literally them mind controlling and changing the electromagnetic field, which inserts different memories in different people. And also they do beta tests. So the toilet paper test, where they put out an electrical pulse wave out there, and a low ELF wave, a pulse. They place it out into the collective, and they check to see how influenced and how easily influenced the collective is. So for all of you who bought massive amount of toilet paper, you passed the Willy Wonka test for being susceptible to being infiltrated via mind control, electromagnetic pulse waves. So you're very influenced by those pulse waves that come through the air. Just like you can't see electricity, it comes through the air, and it's a pulse wave. And some people are more susceptible for mind control, others aren't. For some of us who are non-compliance, you know, because some of us are non-compliance up in this piece. Big up to all the non-compliance up in this, this holographic existence. Some of you are non-compliance, so you weren't affected by it. The beta tests don't really affect you. Another beta test you'll see is when people are going out and getting cucaracha shots and taking pictures of it. That's another beta test. So for those who not only took the Kukarachi kill shot, but actually posted it on their Facebook and are basically promoting it. They are susceptible to the mind control program, the pulse waves, and they are part of the reason why they do these beta tests. They test it to see how many people are influenced, and when they see that more than half is influenced, they know that it's successful. Okay, so they've already tested people to see who will take what. Okay, for us non-compliance, they got something else. They got your family members who are going to be so mind controlled, they're going to make you lose your mind for being autonomous and trying to protect yourself and keeping yourself safe and trying to break out of the matrix control system. They're going to look at you crazy. So that is the way that they control you, non-compliance, because they make sure that they infiltrate your entire family structure so that you're unable to have peace of mind, and eventually you might even break, not via mind control, but by pressure. So family, yes, the kill shot is coming. May is Zombie Apocalypse Awareness Month. If you don't know, apparently they had it from 2007. I don't believe that. I think they added that to the collective memories, so now it shows up on everybody's thing saying that was here in 2007. They just started that. They just kicked that off and they put it into the AI system, so you think it started 2007. If it started in 2007, all of us zombie people who are zombie into the zombie games and things like that, we would have already known it existed. It only exists now because they added it to the computer. So now you have next month. There's a movie on Netflix called The Zombie Soldiers. They're kicking it off for May. I guess they're getting you ready. Okay. And as I told you, the zombies are not what they've been perpetuating. Some people are saying they're going to be slow. I think some of them will be fast. But all I have to say is, if you haven't taken the kill shot, you need to prepare for the zombies that will be in every neighborhood. Or you need to find yourself a friendly forest that has not been burnt down so that you are more susceptible to electromagnetic pulse waves that are trying to fry your brain. Okay, so for those who are part of the prison break, please put a like on the video if you're trying to